What's going down, YouTube? Tonight felt like a good night. Well, it's nighttime where I'm at. It felt like a good night, nice and quiet around here, to go through this vintage collection. I've been saying we're going to do a more in-depth video of the vintage collection. Now, this is just the baseball vintage. We got basketball, football, hockey as well. But the baseball is probably is the biggest, and these are all the vintage cards that you see in front of you stacked up. Now, to me, I get on eBay often and whatnot, and anytime I hear anybody selling anything or doing anything, they say vintage, they always put 70s and 80s in there. I don't consider that vintage. I'm sorry, it's not vintage unless it's 50s or 60s. That's just how I feel. And so these are all 50s and 60s cards, and we're not going to go through all these. We're just going to go through my favorites. But we'll just skim through a couple of these right up here in the front just to show you. This is actually, and this is just a checklist, but this is the actually only card that I have Ty Cobb, and but it's a checklist. Pretty neat card though. Norm Cash, Ford Frick. Excuse me. Joe Torre. So we'll just go through some of these, these cards here real quick, just to show you guys some of these cards, and then we'll go through, some of my favorites. There's just a lot of these vintage cards I have that I've collected over the years, and all of these are, I have other ones as well, but all these are, guys that were something. I don't just top load any old 60s card. I like the Earl Wynn. I got a few of his cards. But so let's just go ahead and get into like the ones that I really enjoy. And so let's go. This is a 1954 Nelson Fox card right here, and just a really good looking card. The way that they took these cards and these photos back, in the old days, I don't know. I really like the way that they did these kind of cards. This is a Clemente, Gonzalez, and a Matty Alou, 1967 batting leaders. Now these are in no particular order. These are just some of my more, these are some of my better ones, I feel. 57 Larry Dolby, Chicago White Sox there. I'm a Cubs fan though. Fergie Jenkins. And then it just, yeah, of course, now everybody's going to be a Cubs fan, I'm sure. They're about to do it, but I am a Cubs fan. Fergie Jenkins. Ernie Banks. The Ernie Banks. I love the Ernie Banks cards, and like I said, just the way these cards looked, and the next one, the way these cards looked, these were really sharp cards, but I like that Ernie Banks. This is a 1956 Alkaline, and like I said, the way these cards look, to me, I don't know, they really stick out. They're really nice cards, and I like the way these are. There's the Ernie Banks, same version, but it's a lot more damaged than the other ones. You can see on the top where the paper has been something, you know, skipped off or came off on the end right there on the top. You know, this card's a little, just a little bit beat up more than the other ones, you know, but like I said, them 56 cards, I really like the way those look. 66 Whitey Ford, 1953 Bucky Harris. I really like that black and white card. 1960 Jim Kaat rookie. Earl Wynn. It's a 1958 Harmon Killebrew. I got quite a few of them Harmon Killebrews. He was a good player to collect. There's another Harmon Killebrew, 62. That's the thing about having a grandpa that was a collector as well. He'd let you know who was worth collecting and who really wasn't. It's another Cubs, Billy Williams. 1966, Billy Williams. Here's the Billy Williams, 62. Cubs fan. Here's the Billy Williams, 63. Yeah. Some of these cards you guys might have already seen. This is the 66 Hank Aaron. I really like that card. I like the Hank Aaron cards I got. You know, why wouldn't you? Another Hank Aaron, 67. And like I said, you know, any price tags that you see on these, we priced these, you know, years ago, probably 16 years ago, when we'd sell them local card shows and garage sales and, you know, Aaron Matthews, Fence Busters, 1959 Fence Busters. And so we priced them back then, and you know, I don't take these out of these hard cases that much like that. Jimmy Pearsall. For some reason in that first video I said Pascal. Jimmy Pearsall, 1965, and I got a few of his too. I like the Jimmy Pearsalls. 1966, Jimmy Pearsall. '54, Jimmy Pearsall. And the '57 Jimmy Pearsall. '69 Willie Mays. And then the Clemente. And this card does have a little crease in it as well. A little crease right there. You know, but when you're 10 years old, going through a box of cards, you come across the Clemente, you don't really care whether it's, you know, it ain't that bad. You don't care if it's got a little crease in it. You just want to put it in something that it ain't gonna get no worse, you know. And so, you know, them are the better ones. Like I said, all these back here, all these are 50s, 60s. Tommy Aaron, Ronald Sheldon, Ken Holtzman rookie, Frank Malozan, Don Kessinger, Phil Reagan. There's just, you know, I got quite a few of these. Jim Cat, I like the Jim Cats. I got quite a few of those. Norm Cash, Jim Gillum. See, like I said, I like these cards here. These 56. You know, them are nice. George Kell 56. And this one's really, actually this one might be the worst vintage card I have, condition wise. Don Zimmer. Right there, and it's pretty beat up. I mean, it's beat down. But like I said, you know, when you're young and you find something like that, you don't really, you just want to take it out of there. The cards is really, you know, I like the way them old cards look. But you know, that was just a little in-depth video of all the vintage cards, or more of the ones that I really enjoy. We'll be having more vintage videos of the other sports as well, probably around the seasons of the sport. You know, it's baseball, so we're gonna do baseball. When football starts, we'll do the football and all that. But we're gonna have a lot more videos too. Like I said, these new hot packs and all that, all these new relics and autos and stuff. You know, we don't have a lot of those. We got a lot of these. We don't have a lot of those, so we're gonna be getting those and going to some card shows and shoot, who knows what. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the vintage collection. I think I'm gonna do a giveaway too. I'm gonna do a giveaway, some sort of contest here. You know, as soon as we get the channel rolling a little bit more, getting some other things rolling. But yeah, y'all like, comment, all that jazz, subscribe, and
thanks for watching.
Them boys is the biggest hot